In this tutorial, we're going to be going over how to make changes to your slider area on your website. The slider area is the home page area right here on the top where you have a nice wide full-size picture. And if you want to change any of these pictures, what you're going to do is go into your dashboard area on the website. You're going to log in. You're going to open up to your main screen, which will look something like this. You're going to scroll down until you come to an area here on the left-hand side that says Smart Slider. You're going to click on Smart Slider. And you're going to have some different sliders here to choose from. The one that's on your home page is the one that says Home Slider. So you click on that, click on Edit. And then you're going to have a bunch of boxes here. If any of them say static slide like this one does, that contains the words for all of the sliders, all the slides on the slider, and you're not going to want to touch that one because you can't change the pictures from that one. The ones that don't have that static slide on, those are the ones that you can change the picture on. So if I want to change this picture here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Edit. And once that opens up, I'm going to click on Background, and then I'm going to scroll down just a touch. And right by where it says Background here, this is where your picture is contained for that slide. So I click on the green area right here, and now I have a couple of choices. One is I can choose from my media library, which is all the pictures which are currently on my website, or I can select files. I can upload files from my computer, which is what I'm going to do. Now the pictures that you're going to want to put into the into this area right here, that you'll notice that they're very wide, much wider than they are tall. So you're going to want whatever pictures you put here are going to be pictures that look good wide. You're not going to put like a picture of one tall, narrow building on it. That won't look good here. You're going to want something that looks good in a wide, sort of more panoramic kind of shot. And the ideal size for a picture that would fit good there would be about 2,000 pixels wide by about 1,000 pixels tall. So when I click on this tab here, Upload Files, and then I click on Select Files here, this will take me to my computer, and I'll navigate to a spot where a picture is that I want to add to the slider. I'm going to pick this one right here. So I'll select that one. I'll click on Open. You'll notice that that picture is now added to my media library right here, and it also has a check mark on it. Whatever picture is checked will be added to my slider when I click on Select. So I'm going to click on Select. And now you'll notice that this picture is very small, but that is changed to the new picture. You're going to want to do one more thing before you actually, before that actually changes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to save this change that we made here. And then we're also going to want to click on Settings. And where it says Thumbnail here, we're also going to want to change that thumbnail picture too. So we're going to click on the green area right next to Thumbnail. And that takes us to our media library. Now this picture has already been uploaded because I did it for the other section. So I'm going to just select it here from my media library, and I'm going to click on Select here, and now that will add it to my thumbnail too. And then I'm going to click on Save. Once I've saved it to those two sections of that slide, now when I go back to my actual site and I click on Refresh, that slider picture will now be the new picture. So I'm going to go back into my dashboard, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it and just put the old one back in. I'm going to put the old picture back in, which is this one here, and I'll just go through this sort of quick because we've already gone over this. And I'm going to do it in the background too. I'm going to change that picture back to the old picture. And now we see that when I refresh the picture, now it goes back to the old picture. Okay, so that's how we change a picture that's currently on your slider right now. Now, what if I want to add a new picture or delete one that's there? What if I want to add another slide to it? What I can do is I can go back to my main slider area by clicking on Back to Slider. That will take me back to this area here that we originally saw. Now, if I want to add a third slide to it, right now we have two slides. We have two pictures on our slider. Excuse me, if I want to add a third picture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over any of these pictures here. I'm going to click on the three dots and I'm going to click on Duplicate. That's going to add another picture here that will appear on my slider. Now this one's going to be, I'm going to add one more step to it in order to add a new picture to this one, but I'm going to click on Edit, same as we did before. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all, again, I'm going to go into my background section and I'm going to add a new picture to this area here because it actually has the same one as the slide that I duplicated. So I'm going to want to change that, so I go back into background and click on that green area. Now this time the picture that I want is already in my media library. I've already uploaded it because I did that in the step before this. So I'm just going to select it from here. I'm going to click on Select, and that will change it to the new picture in the background, but now I still have to go back into settings here. I'm going to click on the thumbnail picture here too and change that one also. I'm going to click on that, click on Select, and then that will change it in my thumbnail area. Now for this I want to make one more change. I want to also change the name of the slider. The other two were slides 1 and slide 2. This one I'm going to change to slide 3. I'm going to change that name to slide 3, and then I'm going to click on Save. And when I do this, I'm now going to have, when I go back to my site and I update, I'm now going to have 3 slides on here. This is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. I now have 3 slides on here. Now if I go back to my dashboard, and again, go back to the main slider area. If I want to get rid of that slide, which I don't want to have because this is just for demonstration purposes, what I'm going to do is just again click on the 3 dots, and then this time click on Delete. It says, are you sure you want to delete this picture? I am, so I'm going to click on Delete. And now we're back to the way it was. And I'm just going to save that. Once I click on Save, and I look at my main site again, my actual site, and refresh, now I'm back to the original 2 pictures. That's all there is. So that's how we make changes to our slider.